All right, last thing before we go. Coach Bud got fired today. I broke the news to you. You did not notice before the game.
I did not notice. I
figured this was going to happen. They did the classic hour before a huge Warriors-Lakers game too, where they kind of snuck it out there an hour and a half before or whatever. Here's my take. Tell me if you agree. The clock is on now with Giannis, right? 2 more years, player option the year after. You got to get a high-profile coach. You got to figure out what this window is, but you're also trying to impress him. And they have, they traded a bunch of first-round picks with that Drew Holiday thing. They have no second-round picks left because they traded for the corpse of Jay Crowder. And I don't really know what their moves are unless they, I guess, Middleton opts in and then they try to shop him around. But I don't know who wants Chris Middleton at $43 million. So the move would be, hey, we have this new coach. We have a new imagination. We're reinvigorated. A lot of people are throwing Nick Nurse around for this.
I don't know.
I don't see it. To me, this feels very Frank Vogel-y.
I think
won
Vogel
the title in 20.
Yeah,
he's a good coach, really good defensive principles, different voice. That was the one that jumped to mind. Anybody else you were thinking?
Nobody immediately. I think, I don't know if it's a matter of offensive creativity. I think Bud was pretty creative on offense. I think some of this stuff is of a new voice is going to be able to come in there and tell Giannis, we don't need pull-up 19-footers ever again from you, right? Like you're one of the most devastating pick-and-roll players in the league. When you are setting the screen and rolling hard and finishing, you're one of the most devastating finishers we've ever seen. You routinely shoot in the 70% from the paint every year. We'd like to see you add a 14-footer wide open, be able to make that, of course. But like this idea that you walking into threes and long twos and all of that.
Right. You're 28 years old. You've been in the league since 2013.
Yeah, I think they need a new voice in there. I don't think Bud could come in there and tell Giannis, like, yo, cut all of the fat out of your game.
Yeah, I have a new idea.
Now.
Yeah, new idea. Try this.
No,
not going to
wasn't going to work. And I think some of the defensively, Vogel was very instrumental in, I know you guys discount the 2020 Laker championship, but all year they had the best defense in the league.
What's a you guys? Who was I lumped into there?
Just, people that hate the Lakers.
Listen, if I can find an asterisk with the Lakers, I'm going to grab it.
I know this. I think Vogel is a very great defensive coach. I think their defense could use some tweaking, even though they were the best defense in the league. I think people can now get hip to the idea that regular season defense is not the same as playoff defense. What it takes to win in the playoffs is so much more nuanced and advanced than just saying, Brook Lopez, plant your big ass in the paint and never move again. You can't do that in the playoffs. Teams are going to exploit that kind of thing. And I think they got caught out there with that. A lack of variation in what they were doing, and a new coach could do that. But Vogel, I like that idea as much as anything because he's not a sort of rah-rah guy. Vogel will never be in a press conference killing his players the way Nick Nurse did all season long, right? I don't think you could come into a group that's won championship and start sort of throwing your weight around. I think he's a sort of easygoing guy, and he has the proven track record to coach the hell out of a defense.
Turn the prediction camera on, Kyle. Just gonna just throw this out here. It's something Woj said in the pregame show because they did the Coach Bud thing, and I don't know why he said this, and I thought it was really curious, and there was no follow-up question from Malik Andrews, so I'll have the follow-up question now. For some reason, near the end of his report, he said, "I think it's something like I think you're going to see the Bucks be really patient." And I think there's a possibility one of the people they're considering is coaching in the playoffs right now. And everybody's on the table. And I'm thinking like, well, wait, there's only 8 people coaching in the playoffs right now. So does that mean an assistant? Or does that mean a head coach? Like, are they going to hire somebody else's assistant to replace Coach Bud? Sounds a little unlikely. So then I went through all the teams. Joe Mazzulla? I doubt they're waiting to see what happens with Joe Mazzulla. Let's cross him off.
Crazy. Yeah.
Steve Kerr, no. He's not going to go from Golden State to Milwaukee.
No.
Darvin Ham just got to the Lakers. He has a contract.
He's a Milwaukee alum, though. He's a
I know, but
alum.
the Lakers aren't going to get rid of Darvin Ham. That's nuts.
It makes no sense. Yeah.
Mike Malone and the Nuggets, they're probably going to make the finals, and they're the favorites to win in my mind right now.
Nuggets are cheap thing, and because their executive got poached,
so he can't be crossed off. I'm going to do like the Logan Roy. I half crossed him off, but half underlined him.
Okay.
Monty Williams.
Would that be because he got fired?
So that would be Ishbia new owner syndrome. I can't believe we got swept by Denver. Monty Williams is out. I'm bringing in my own guy. I don't see that one either. Tibbs, though. Eric Spoelstra's never leaving Miami.
No shot. He's just going to take Pat Riley's job.
Glenn Doc Rivers went to Marquette. But odds are they probably lose the series. Big veteran voice.
This is why you're the
big veteran voice. Wants to win one last one last title as a coach. Good person to put in front.
Yeah.
I don't know that if he meant a head coach, that was where my mind went. I was like, oh shit, Doc Rivers. Is that possible?
Also, there's been so many murmurs and rumors about
people being happy with Doc Rivers.
Not really into him in Philly. On the player's side, I mean, whatever. Maury, who knows what Daryl's up to these days, right? However, there was, especially last season, there was a lot of turmoil around that situation in Philly that at times felt toxic. Off season, they brought him back. It was sort of kumbaya. They had a really great season, and Embiid's winning MVP. So, people have sort of forgotten that, but there was a lot of smoke around Doc Rivers last year. So the idea that he would move on, I think you might be onto something.
Or it might be a lead assistant. I don't know. But I thought it was peculiar that was, it was like he wanted to get that one out there. So there you go. Maybe Doc Rivers.